Tonight, gas prices are soaring with little end in sight.
At gas stations across the country, prices are shooting up higher and faster than they have in more than a decade, breaking records in California. $5, $6, premium as high as a jaw-dropping $7.55.
With global gas prices rising rapidly, people around the world are wondering where it will end and how will they cope. The second question is much easier to answer than the first. No one knows when it will end, but there are ways that we can cope in the meantime. Living the American Dream presents 34 Ways to Save Money on Gas. What oil companies won't tell you. Getting more bang for the buck is a bigger and bigger deal when gas prices are so high at the pump. Let's get started saving you money with our 34 Ways to Save countdown. Number 34, find lower gas prices. Finding the gas station in your area with the lowest gasoline price is much easier than you think. I found a website that does that for you called Gasbuddy.gov. Once there, you can drill down to your very city to find the best price in your area. Don't worry, I'll leave a link for all of these resources in the comments below. Gasbuddy even has an interactive gas map that shows you fuel prices by color coding a quote-unquote gas temperature map of the entire United States. You can zoom in on your home or work area, or you can search by city or town name. In Europe, you can find similar information at fuelflash.eu. I'll leave a link for this as well. Using Gasbuddy, you can find the cheapest gasoline price and your location based upon your commute to work, home, or school. You can even plan a trip across the country using routes that sport the lowest prices. You can also save up to 25 cents per gallon with the Gasbuddy Free Forever gas card. There's no bills, no hassle, just savings when fill-ups are efficiently deducted using your bank debit card. Number 33, move to a walk-friendly community. Gas prices and fuel economy are not an issue when you walk. This may not be for everyone, but there are many benefits to living in an area where you can walk to school, work, shopping, restaurants, and entertainment. Besides the gas savings, there are great health benefits associated with daily walking. Need some hints as to which communities are walk-friendly? Try these sites. This doesn't mean you have to give up your car to save on gas. It just means you have added options for saving a few bucks by walking. Eventually, it all adds up. Fuel savings tip number 32. Switch jobs. Move closer to your work. I know young families move farther out so they can afford a bigger house. What most people don't figure into the equation is how much will it cost to travel the extra distance to your job. Even with great gas mileage, the farther you travel each day, the more money it will cost you in gas and wear and tear on your vehicle, not to mention your time. The truth of the matter is that a long commute usually ends up costing more in gasoline and related expenses than you would save on the purchase of a home farther out from work. According to Michael Bluejay, during your lifetime, you will pay $100,000 for each extra mile you live away from your work. Regardless of your car's fuel economy, that works out to about $1 million lost to an average household of 2 working adults living an increased distance of only 10 miles away from work. There's also an excellent blog post discussing this very topic titled, The True Cost of Commuting. Number 31, align your tires. I never thought of this as a way to increase fuel efficiency, but as I looked into this more deeply, I discovered something. When your car's tires are not properly aligned, they are either pulling away from each other, pushing into each other, or pushing your car to one side or the other. This causes you to correct the car's direction by way of the steering wheel. In any case, misaligned tires and wheels are working against each other and you. This is lowering your gas mileage and costs you real money. Misaligned tires force your car's engine to work much harder to move you and your car forward. This, of course, uses more gas and thereby reduces your vehicle's gas efficiency. A good wheel alignment restores coordination, allowing your tires to work together, reducing road friction and increasing fuel efficiency. Number 30, switch to a car with high fuel efficiency. Check the fuel efficiency and gas mileage for your car. Then find a more efficient one that makes more sense for your needs. Larger cars and trucks tend to guzzle more gas. Hybrid car prices may not be as expensive as you think these days. You can find a more efficient car here. On the website, start by clicking on the vehicle image that best represents your desired car or truck, and it will tell you the city, highway, and combined miles per gallon that EPA gives as a rating and the average fuel cost for that vehicle. Number 29, map your route ahead of time. These days, using a mapping service online can avoid all kinds of headaches while saving you money. Avoid backtracking, traffic jams, road construction, and more with online and smartphone apps like these: Gasbuddy, MapQuest, and Waze. Don't worry, I'll leave a link for all of these resources in the comments below. These are just a few of the helpful apps and online sources that can help you map out a fuel-efficient and money-saving trip. I'm sure there are many more out there. The point is, use them to assist you. Instead of making several trips in a day or a week, consolidate those excursions into 1 or 2 trips. Plan the most efficient route to hit all your stops in the same outing. Know where you're going by using one of these mapping services. Getting lost, taking the wrong turn, or having to double back will cost you money. Number 28, fill up before holiday gas prices. We all know gasoline prices go up just before the holidays, especially around the holidays on which we are most likely to travel. Think Memorial Day, Labor Day, Christmas, and Thanksgiving. Service stations know this and they hike their gasoline prices accordingly. Fill up well before a holiday, at least 3 days, and buy at the lower pre-holiday gas prices. Number 27, fill up before 9 to 10 a.m. in the morning. Some say Wednesday is the cheapest day of the week to fill your tank. Others say Mondays or Saturdays. The one thing everyone seems to agree on is that gas stations change their prices mid-morning. So make your gas run before you go to the office in the mornings. You don't know how many times I've filled up in the morning and later see higher gas prices on my way home from work. Those that swear Tuesday is the best day to fill up say they often see prices increase on Wednesday or Thursday because the Department of Energy releases its new petroleum status reports on Wednesdays. The bottom line is that each community will have its own free market reasons for changing prices on a certain day of the week. But if you pay attention, you'll notice a pattern emerge that will tell you which day of the week has the average lowest gasoline prices for your area. All you really need to know is which gas station consistently has the cheapest price and find out what day of the week they have the lowest prices. Number 26, use a loyalty program. Loyalty programs can lower gasoline prices by as much as 5 cents a gallon. Most national and regional gas companies offer loyalty programs of one sort or another. These programs offer an easy, convenient way to consistently pay less for fuel. They offer 3 to 5 cents or more off every gallon of gas you use by using their loyalty card. Reward programs like these can really save you big money over time. Gasbuddy also has a loyalty card, as I mentioned earlier, but theirs works at all stations. Going on a vacation or trip soon? Stay somewhere that gives you a deal on your gas bill. There are several family-friendly resorts that offer travel packages complete with gas rebates. Frommers posted several examples that show you how to save on gas that you still might be able to take advantage of. They show rebates from $50 to $100. That's pretty substantial in my book. Number 25, charge it. Gas companies are not the only ones to offer you a way to lower the price of gasoline. Try your local bank. Many major bank credit cards will also offer discounts on gasoline purchases. You can find a partial list of bank cards that offer gasoline rewards in the Forbes article entitled "Credit Cards Offer Some Relief from Gas Prices." Be sure you pay off the balances of these cards in full each and every month to avoid finance charges. You can check out my video about the burdens of credit card debt. It's entitled "Life After Debt: How to Live Debt-Free." Number 24, just park already. I'm a guy, and I park in the very first space that I see that is reasonably close to the front doors of my destination. My wife, on the other hand, spends a bit more time looking for just the right space that is 3 or 4 steps from the entrance. I may be exaggerating slightly here, but this is not being fuel efficient. Unless you're disabled in some fashion, park as soon as you find a space. All that driving around to find a closer parking space wastes gas and lowers your gas mileage. Besides, walking a little further could do us all a bit of good anyway. Number 23, change the oil. If you want better fuel economy, change your oil. Simply changing your oil as recommended by your car's manufacturer ensures your engine is running at its peak, which translates into optimum fuel efficiency. Edmunds has an interesting article about the 3,000-mile oil change and other myths. This article also demonstrates how to save gas by not taking needless trips to change your oil. Number 22, change the air filter. A dirty air filter restricts airflow and causes your engine to work harder. An overly dirty air filter on your car can severely reduce the amount of air flowing into your engine. When this happens, the engine will have to work much harder and suck more gas than it should. A clean air filter delivers normal levels of air to the engine and therein uses less gasoline, contributing to better gas mileage. Number 21, park in the garage. In colder weather areas, when your engine is stone cold or even colder, your car's fluids get thick and causes much more resistance than when your car's engine is warmed up to its peak operating temperature. This applies to your transmission and entire drivetrain as well. A very cold drivetrain will negatively affect your gas mileage until everything warms up. Running the engine to warm it up before you start your trip will actually lower your fuel efficiency because while you're idling, you get 0 miles per gallon. And warming the engine does not warm up the entire drivetrain. A smarter solution is to park in a warmer location, your garage will do. This will increase the starting temperature of your car's entire drivetrain and will better protect it from the frosty nights. Don't warm up your car by idling. Driving will warm up everything much faster anyway. Number 20, move to Arizona. When driving in very chilly weather, the cold air is a lot denser. This thicker air increases the aerodynamic drag on your car or truck and reduces fuel economy. This is especially true when traveling at higher highway speeds. Icy cold air flowing across your radiator does not allow your engine to warm up, which lowers fuel economy as well. But that's not all. That precision motor under the hood of your car uses air as well as gas. The air, or more precisely, the oxygen, is carefully measured into a fuel-oxygen mix ratio for optimum efficiency. This mixture is then sent to the engine's combustion chamber where it is burned to produce power. In cold weather, oxygen molecules are packed more tightly together. Warm air expands, cold air contracts. To compensate for the extra oxygen coming through the intake, your car's engine will adjust by adding more fuel. Using more fuel each combustion cycle gives you poorer fuel economy. The colder the air temperature, the worse fuel economy will be. So how do you reduce the effects of cold weather on your gas consumption? The easiest answer is to just move to Arizona. That would also solve the cold weather problems we mentioned earlier. But moving to Arizona may not be the most practical thing for you to do. You can just drive at a warmer time of day. The warmest time of day will depend on where you live. In Arizona, our high temperatures peak at around 4 p.m. in the summertime. Number 19, bike it. If you own a bike, you already know one way to save gas. Use your bicycle once in a while to pedal to work. This may not be feasible for everyone for many reasons, but consider it an occasional deviation from the norm, if not your standard practice. An ABC traffic poll reported that the average American commutes 16 miles to work one way. That's 32 miles each day. How many gallons does your vehicle use to cover that distance? You could save by biking. Number 18, decrease your octane. There's no sense in buying high-octane gas when you're trying to save money. Every time you buy a lower-octane gasoline mix, you're also lowering your gasoline price by as much as 10 cents a gallon. The lowest manufacturer's recommended octane for your car will be just fine. You can find that recommendation in your car's owner's manual. However, most cars today can use the lowest octane gasoline sold at the pumps. Number 17, delay fill-ups. Don't top off your tank just to top it off. As a matter of fact, you'll use less gas by making fewer trips to the gas station, and your gas mileage will improve with a lighter load. Your gas mileage will actually improve as you get closer and closer to empty. Don't take this too far though, or you'll find yourself stranded on the side of the road. Number 16, don't idle. There are a lot of times that we might be inclined to sit with the motor running. You get 0 miles per gallon when you're not moving. Consider eliminating the following common idle habits and save big bucks. Warming up the car, waiting to pick up the kids after school, waiting in the car while someone runs into the store, idling at stoplights, waiting to pick up someone at the airport, running something into a neighbor's house, using the drive-thru at a bank or fast food. You get the idea. Don't idle. Did you know that in France it's even against the law to idle? This law has been on the books since 1963, and there's a large fine for letting your car idle while parked. Number 15, be a smooth driver. Smooth stops and starts increase your fuel economy. Drive smoothly. Don't speed up and slow down. Try to accelerate slowly from any stop position to get the best gas mileage you can. When you reach your desired speed, maintain that speed at a near constant rate. Slowly decelerate or coast when approaching stop signs and stoplights. Constantly changing your speed reduces fuel efficiency. It's usually not worth the few seconds of time you think you're saving. Number 14, cap it. Make sure your gas cap is in proper working order and not allowing gas fumes to vent. Check the seals in the inside of the cap, and if they're broken, cracked, or missing, get a new gas cap. Your money is evaporating into thin air. Number 13, fill it clear up. Even if you have a big tank, fill it up all the way. This may cost you a large chunk at the moment, but coming back many times for gas costs even more. One-stop shop for gas is the most economical policy. You'll also save time by going longer between fill-ups. Number 12, pump it up. Keep your tires properly inflated. We've been told this for years, and over time, your tires will lose pressure. A rule of thumb is to check them at least every month or at each fill-up. You can save as much as 3.3% on your gas bill by keeping your tires properly inflated. Number 11, shade it. On hot, sunny days, gas can evaporate more quickly. Yes, you have a gas cap, but evaporation can still occur. Parking in the sun just makes the problem worse. So when you have a choice, parking in the shade is the one I think you'll prefer. Number 10, empty the trunk. Got a trunk full of junk? Get rid of it. All that extra weight reduces fuel efficiency. This goes for taking stuff out of the bed of your truck too. For each reduction of 10% in vehicle weight, you can deliver fuel economy improvements of 5 to 8%. Lose the junk in the trunk and save gas and money. Number 9, leave the tailgate up. Aerodynamics are important. You might think leaving the tailgate on your pickup down would reduce drag. If you think this, you're dead wrong. Consumer Reports did a study on this that was quite revealing. Driving with the tailgate down actually reduced fuel economy. Number 8, streamline it. When talking about drag and aerodynamics, the first thing that should come to mind is that big, bulky rooftop cargo carrier. That's gotta go if it's not being used. Also, remove any bike racks or ski racks if they're not currently in use. They cause drag and make the engine work harder to maintain speed. The cargo carrier alone can cause an efficiency loss of between 10 to 22%. Number 7, turn off the air conditioning. Everyone knows that turning off the air conditioning in your car improves gas mileage, but at highway speeds, rolling down your windows increases air drag and does away with any savings you might have gained. However, at slower speeds, this strategy does make sense. Rolling your car windows down at slower speeds won't cause enough drag to offset the savings realized by keeping the air conditioning off. Air conditioning is the best choice at highway speeds. Number 6, slow down. According to the U.S. Department of Energy, for each 5 miles per hour you drive over 50 miles per hour, you will effectively be paying an additional 25 cents per gallon for gas. your gas mileage decreases rapidly anytime you travel over 60 miles an hour. Drive the speed limit and save not only gas, but your life. Number 5, use the cruise. Edmunds did a test on the effectiveness of using cruise control to increase fuel efficiency. Even they were surprised with the results. They encountered up to 14% savings under ideal conditions, but their average savings came out at 7%. You should try it. But please note, in mountainous areas, they suggest turning cruise control off. Number 4, buy smart tires. I only learned recently that there's even such a thing as a smart tire. Smart tires actually have a lower rolling resistance on the road surface that actually affect fuel economy. Low rolling resistance tires can add 1 to 2 miles per gallon for your vehicle's gas mileage. Man, this is all starting to add up. Tire Rack did a very impressive study on this topic. So when you have to buy new tires, ask your dealer to tell you about low rolling resistance tires and their prices. Those savings could really add up. Number 3, buy gas at night or in the early mornings. When you buy gas at night or in the early morning hours, the ambient air is cooler and so there will be less evaporation at the pump. During the heat of the day, you are more likely to smell fumes while pumping gas due to the evaporation during hot afternoons. Avoid gassing up in the heat of the day. Number 2, use debit or cash to buy gas. Whenever you use a credit card to buy gasoline or anything else for that matter, banks and credit card companies charge the gas station or store between 1 and 3.5% of that transaction in processing fees for the convenience of using their credit card service. You can learn more about big banks and their predatory practices in my War on Big Banks video on YouTube. Gas stations are wising up and many charge a lower rate per gallon if you pay with cash or debit card. Charge cards will cost you more per gallon each time you fill up. And the number 1 way to save on gas? Buy an electric vehicle. Recently, the price of electric vehicles has become more and more within the reach of the everyday person. This is especially true in the used electric car market. However, as gasoline prices rise to record levels, so does the demand for those electric vehicles, which drives up the price of those cars and trucks dramatically. But with a little shopping around, you may find buying an electric vehicle will solve your high-cost fuel problems. Be glad if you live in America, our gas prices are some of the cheapest in the world. If you don't live in the States, my apologies. But these tips will help you regardless. Thank you for watching. I'm Chuck Gray and I'm living the American dream. To be notified when our next video is ready, click the subscribe button and hit the notification bell. I hope you'll stay tuned.